Howdy toddy everybody, this is Tommy with Colonel Reb Scale Models coming at you with a final reveal, a few days late, of my build for the Deformed cartoon group build that Papa Dan and I are hosting again this year, and we'll host again next year. I think we had about a dozen people that entered and have posted videos, so that was great. That's about what we were hoping. Maybe we'll get more next year, just depends. I didn't have a whole lot of time this month, as much as I thought I did. You know how that goes with stuff around the house and the wife adding stuff to the to-do list, and just being tired from coming home from work. So I did get it finished. It's basically box stock. The only difference is just some detail painting and some camo painting that I airbrushed on and things. But it turned out really good. I really liked it. So I'm going to post a close-up video of that after this video. I'm also going to post a couple of pictures from Papa Dan's build. He's had some medical issues and just not able to make videos right now, so he sent me a couple of pics showing that he finished his box stock also, and hopefully he'll be getting better soon. It's not going to be able to make it to Acme, which is a bummer for both of us, because we usually room together, but I think James Plays with Trucks is going to take up the mantle, and he will be my roommate this time. Oh, look, there's somebody going on my phone. It used to be a big thing when Papa Dan would make a video. Somehow I would always be texting him when he was posting his, but I guess I forgot to turn it off. Anyway, so again, thanks to everybody who participated. I've tried to watch all of them and comment. And again, thanks for the turnout. Again, we'll do it again next September, because it's one of the few times I'll actually build some of these kind of kits. But I do have plenty of them in my stash, so I want to get them done, and that's a good excuse to do it. Hadn't really got my mojo back, but I'm hoping it will. I'm gonna try to work on some other, try to finish up some stuff today after I get finished and post this video. And Acme's just a couple of weeks away now, so that'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully, usually that gets me going again, but I don't know, this year I got a lot of stuff going on right after that, leading up to Thanksgiving and afterwards, and family coming to town from out of the country and all this kind of stuff, so we'll just have to see. Anyway, again, thanks for everybody for participating. Again, I'm going to put that video up, and I'll have the video, Dan's pictures, and then I think some stills that I took as well of the pictures. So hope everybody's having a great rest of this coming up week. October's kicking off with a bang. We're gonna work this week, and then we got a fall break, which maybe I'll get some bench time there. If I'm not doing yard work and stuff, I'll do that at night and try to do yard work during the day. So anyway, howdy toddy, and God bless. All right, here is the finished product. So as you can see, it's just box stock. I use the Tamiya surface primer, which is the gray color. I used it as the base coat, and then I used Tamiya XF82, that ocean gray, to spray paint the camo, and I just free-handed that with the airbrush, and I want to say it was maybe I don't remember if I used a 0.3 or 0.2 needle, but just got kind of really close, did the shading, freehand, basically looking at how they did it here, close to that, and then did that also on the stabilizers, the vertical stabilizers there, and just kind of on the edges around here. It turned out pretty good. I mean, I was pleased with it. I was just kind of a quick, do, not too difficult. Then I went and I panel lined. After that, I panel lined with, let's see, I believe it was this Artist Loft. Yeah, I wound up using, I think, let's see, yeah, I used this one. There it goes, Artist Loft. It is a 0.05 point. As you can see, it's really tiny, right? Really, really tiny there. So it actually got right down into the panel lines, because it does have recessed panel lines, thank goodness. and then just went through over the entire plane, and then gloss coated it. Put the decals on. The decals went down really well. I cut around as close as I could to the edges. It didn't have a lot of carrier film, which is great. They went down, and then I used the microsaw to kind of set them in there. Some of them I did slice through to see if they would kind of go down into the panel lines, and they did. I didn't try it on the bears. I was just afraid it was going to mess it up. At that point, I didn't want to make any mistakes. So I did most of them that way. This blue one, they all set down really well. You can actually see underneath the panel lines that are underneath, so it kind of made it easy when I did do the cutting through with the new razor blade, and then they kind of set down even more in that. I think this was dark steel on the exhaust, on the canopy, masked that off and sprayed that to match the camo pattern. These actually, even though they're on a very, very much of a curve, they're a compound curve there. Well, I guess not compound curve, but just a very rounded shape. They actually went on really well. I was able to get all the creases out, and they were flat decals to start with. So they were very thin, so they adhered and sat down really well. Those are some decals. Every decal that came with it went on it. There was an extra set for this, and then there was a secondary set for those lightning bolts. Interestingly, the Japanese meatballs there, they were separate on these lightning bolts here. So you put this big decal on, and then you put the meatball over the top, and that worked out well. They also, apparently when they printed out the decal sheet, they forgot one of them because there was an extra one in a smaller bag, because you had to have a total of 6 to use either one of the color schemes in livery. So all in all, it went really well. The only really other thing I did kind of panel line and kind of black wash the wheels, but it all went together really well. There was a couple of times where I had to glue, but for the most part, it turned out really well. The underneath is just basic. Again, that was just the primer. You can do it either wheels up, wheels down. It does give you the extra pieces to close off the plane's wheel wells to where you could have it in flight. And you can also, if you want to remove the bomb, that's where you could put like a stand or something up in there. You could do that, and it also has a piece that covers that. So if you wanted to not have the bomb on there, you could do that as well. But that's it. I think it turned out really well. It was really a lot of fun. And again, I appreciate everybody who participated, and we'll be doing it again next year. Again, I'm going to have some pictures to follow, some stills that I just took just with my phone, just some close-ups, and then I'll throw in Papa Dan's pictures there as well. So anyway, thanks again, and as always, hotty toddy and God bless.